Okay, man, we are live and going, man, and
Awesome.
just gonna make sure everybody. Let's see, David Newcomb, he's out. Hey, good morning, David. How you doing, man? How's the sound, man? Do I sound? Can you hear me? Because I know last show everybody said I started off with no sound, and can you hear me okay this morning? Yeah, so we got Christopher Hunt on here. He said, good morning, Christopher. How you doing this morning?"
Good morning, guys.
Well, guys, we got a guest on this morning. I always, every guest that I have, they're always a special guest to me. So, I want you guys to welcome my main man, my brother here, Mr. Scott Manning. How you doing this
Yes,
morning, Mr. Manning?
doing fine. A quick story. Everybody asked me if I was kin to Peyton, and the answer is yes. But I was never that close to him. The only reason I knew I was kin to Peyton was when I was in high school. We knew we were kin to Archie Manning, and of course, Peyton and Eli wouldn't even. I guess they was probably wouldn't even born then, and so we knew we were kin to Archie, and then of course it makes us a little bit akin to Peyton, but not close enough to get any kind of jerseys or tickets or anything. Not that close. Yeah. So
Well,
you're doing good, man. Tying up some fishing lures, talking football. What more could you be doing in life?
Well, old Catfish, he called me last night and told me you was gonna be on this show, and I was like, okay, well, hey, let's make it
Yeah,
happen. He always asks me if I want to have a guest on or who I'm gonna have on. I said, man, I don't
uh,
care who I have on the show, man. Oh, hey, I have my mama, my sister, I don't care who it is, my brother, I don't care who it is. I want somebody to talk to, have fun, and don't mind talking a little chit chat.
that's what I'm talking about. And like I say, I own a fishing business called Tennessee River Monsters. You can go to Facebook under Tennessee River Monsters, like the page. I have a website, TennesseeStriperFishingGuide.com. YouTube channel called Wicked Outdoor Adventures. And love to fish. Um, love UT football. Love I've lost all this weight. So life's good.
Well, hey, we got old David Newcomb on here. He said, "Hey, my kind of man playing with fishing lures."
That's it. Yeah. And it's got to get you and your son out this summer on it. Put that 12-year-old boy on a big fish.
So Scott, so when you fishing, are you in the boat? You deep sea? Are you on the
Yeah.
bank, or what you
Yeah.
doing?
No, we're fishing out of a professional boat. Normally I fish out of the Kingston, Tennessee area on Watch Bar Lake, but I do fish Loudon on occasions. Um, Out in the North City, but usually out of the North City, Kingston areas where I'm going to fish.
Okay,
Um, we'll start out at daylight, 6:30, 7 o'clock, and we fish till it gets warm.
okay, right.
But,
Hey, that's
catch big catfish, big stripers.
so when you catching them, what do you normally catch when you're out there? I mean, you said river monsters. Are you
Yeah,
catching
I catch,
monsters out of there?
I catch big catfish, 60, 70, 80 pound catfish.
Ooh.
Yeah, I catch 20, 30 pound striped bass.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
we catch a sturgeon every once in a while, not often, but we do catch some big river sturgeon. So it's a blast, man. You come out, I'm telling you, you'll be hooked. Bring that boy. Call me about mid June, end of July,
Okay.
mid June to end of June, and we'll set something up for July. Come out one morning, fish 4 or 5 hours, my treat, and you'll be hooked, man. You'll love it.
All
Yeah,
right.
you'll be on the show the next day talking about how good a time you had. It's a blast.
Well, most definitely, I'm gonna hold you up to that because hey, my
Yeah.
son,
And
he
if you don't go,
loves it.
yeah, if you don't go, it's because you didn't call me. I'll make it easy on you.
uh, oh, Bobby, hey, Catfish, he keeps saying, "Hey, man, we're gonna go fishing." I said, "Okay, we're gonna see." But every time he sees you on the show or anything he think about, and I say the word fishing, he always bring your name up, and I was like, "Okay, I'm starting to believe this is an imaginary friend that you're talking about now."
I'm gonna call Catfish because Catfish promised me this morning. He said, "Scott, if you'll do the show, Billy will have breakfast cooked for you." And I hear you cook breakfast, and I never even got an invite.
Hey, I'm every day, man. I cook
Uh,
3, 4 times a day, man. I gotta eat. I gotta eat. I don't eat a whole lot of when I do eat, but I eat a lot now. I mean, You know,
I guarantee.
I've dropped weight, but hey, doesn't
I
mean I
guarantee.
don't still eat.
I guess the how's the boy liking being out of school all summer?
I think he's getting bored. I mean, because I think
Yeah.
he's tired of me trying to,
Right.
he's, he's out here shooting basketball. He likes to play basketball, and I'm coaching him and I'm teaching him these
Right.
different things, and which he don't realize I'm teaching. I'm using the reverse
Right.
psychology part of it. I don't want to be his coach. I just want him to pick off the little
Yeah.
things that I'm showing him, and he's picking up really fast. I mean, I know he missed school. They sent us an email to to come pick up all of his things from this school because we haven't had a
Right.
chance to do anything since the pandemic happened, and we got to go this next week and pick up all of his belongings. And I
How
guess
big is
he's a nice looking kid, man. He's I know since he's been out of school, he's grown at least 2-3 inches, and
dang?
his teammates saw him for the first time a couple of days ago. They shot ball over at the school, and he said they looked at him like, you sure you're not in high school now?
Yeah.
He's just middle school. He'll be going to eighth grade next year.
Well, public schools are challenging, but we're not going to go into that conversation. But you just got to keep an eye on 'em.
Yeah, well, he got a good head on his shoulder. He knows right from wrong, Scott.
As long as he knows Daddy will bust him up, you'll be okay. Uh,
Yeah, that's one thing. He don't want daddy on his head. He
you were raised like me, Billy. Got busted up. Yeah.
oh well, he knows. He knows. I know my mother-in-law. She always tell my wife about these things. She's like, she sent us these things on Facebook with all these predators and all these,
Yeah.
these kids doing these things, and
Yeah. Oh,
and of course, we had to shut her down real quick. And I'm like, yes, we know. I promise you, we know. And I'm not saying that he wouldn't do these things,
right.
but I tell her I know he ain't gonna do these things
No,
because
absolutely.
he don't have one time to do it.
Now you get him back. Does he go with you when you go back home?
What's that? Oh yes,
You go back.
all the time, man. He
Yeah.
loves the country, man. That's him. He's an outdoor kid, man. He plays these video games, but he don't stay
Right.
on them like that. He goes out. He rather be outside than inside.
Man, that's awesome. Really is. So, yeah. What's the football season?
Uh,
What's what's the latest inside track on the football season? I've seen something today morning on Facebook about the
well,
USC game.
well, man, I'm praying. I've been going to sleep every night. My prayer would have been, for health, and always in and please, 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 let's have football, man, because the thing I'll tell you this, I've noticed, and I've been watching a lot of the kids' social media. They're training. They're working
Oh,
out.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna tell that. Just seeing them, their bodies look good, and I can tell that the strength coaches, have sent them their workouts to keep going. I know it's not like it is when they're at Tennessee, where they'll be
Right.
able to, squat 600-700 pounds. But as long as they're doing something, because everybody don't have gyms to do 600-700 pounds and all that stuff now. So I don't think they're at a disadvantage now, as long as they're doing something. So
Billy, this is kind of ironic. 2 years ago, if this would have happened and gave our football team a break, we'd have been thankful because we needed a break.
oh man, yes we
Yeah,
did.
it's the best for us. Maybe they'll fire some coaches and make some changes while we're on break. But now, man, we just came off that awesome season. I think it was an awesome season. It ended good. It didn't start out good, but ended on a bang. We ended up 7-5. Is that correct? And
That's right.
we should have been 9-3.
Yep, you're right. We should have been easily, man. They should have easily won those 10 ball games that I predicted last year.
Yeah, and so we ended up with a good note, good momentum. We was headed in the right direction. Then, bam, COVID-19's put brakes on everything. So that's my biggest disappointment is dang, man, just whew. And we're not out. It's just the first week of May. I mean, if we can get this thing turned loose, I mean, we could just. I'm still praying, man. We can have a regular full season. We might miss the first game or two, but have a full SEC season, and I still got high hopes. I'm like you, man. I got high hopes of getting this
Well,
thing back here.
I
So
I would tell you, I personally think we're not gonna miss a game, man. I the NCAA, they love the money, man. If it,
yeah, yeah,
that's what they care about, and I'm glad they did what they're doing right
yeah,
now. But it all comes down to that piece of paper, and I know that if they miss 2 games this season, the season is not a season because now you got it. It's gonna be tough
yeah,
for me, and it's gonna be tough for everybody because what are you gonna do? Everybody's gonna start off with conference play. That's not gonna be easy to do. I mean, you got a
yeah.
lot of losses. You got a lot of teams that's not used to getting beat up the first game,
Yeah, I
and
agree with you.
it's especially in the SEC. There's a lot of teams that play cupcake opponents,
Yeah,
and
and we got a lot of revenue comes in over here at Neyland Salem. So I
mm,
mean, it's
mm-hmm.
we need to play, but like I say, it's. I'm more interested in from a fan standpoint. UT's probably got all the money they need anyway. So, but we definitely need to get this season in gear and be really competitive this year. To be honest with you, Billy, it's been so long since I looked at the schedule. Where we playing? Where we playing Georgia at this year?
What's that?
I guess we play Georgia down there.
I think we do. I think we do have Georgia, and you're right. I forgot what the schedule is already. Cause
Yeah, yeah. I hadn't looked at that. The main games we play Georgia down there, which doesn't scare me. Uh, we play Florida here, right?
yep, we got Florida here this year.
Yeah, that day. I mean, that doesn't scare me. That game doesn't scare me. Alabama, we play here.
Yep, we got Bama here.
Yeah, that game scares me a little bit because it's which Tennessee team's going to show up. So I mean, so there's 3 games. Who else do we play? Auburn, LSU, Texas A&M this year.
Let's see here. Let's go to the full schedule here.
Yeah,
Let's see.
let's just let's start out with the first game. Let's
First
talk about
game. Let's
the
see here. We got first game of the year is Charlotte. That's on September
okay,
5th.
okay.
That's a home game.
Yeah,
And then we have the following week we got Oklahoma in Oklahoma.
I don't know anything about the Oklahoma program.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna tell you some of my teammates told me that about Oklahoma. Said Oklahoma, they're loaded, man. I mean,
Really?
they're loaded. I mean, they got a young quarterback that's gonna be pretty good. Talking about a quarterback that had to sit down because of um Jalen Hurts came in.
But we always play Oklahoma competitive. We had them beat up here when they had Baker Mayfield, and we let them come back and win the game. And um, so, I mean, we always play Oklahoma competitive. I mean, I'm not going to put an L in that column right off the bat because we play Oklahoma really competitive. I wish it was a neutral field or here, but um, I think it might be a good character building game for the rest of the season too.
Well, it's gonna. I mean, it's one of those games that can help us
Yeah,
grow
even
really fast.
if we lose 30-24 and Oklahoma's in the top 5, um, it's a character building. Like I say, I'm not going to put an L there though, but that's going to be a tough game. What's game 3?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a tough one there. And game 3, we come back home and we have Furman.
Okay, that's a good game. So we'll come back and take out our frustrations on the Oklahoma game on Furman.
Furman,
So we'll,
Furman was a
we'll
good
leave.
game too. So I mean, Furman they have some good coaches down there. I know they got a pretty good strength and conditioning staff, and I
We'll
know
be
they.
2-1. I
So
mean, my prediction is we'll be 2-1. We could be 3-0 or 2-1. Either one wouldn't surprise me.
then we got the Gators coming in on September 26th here at home.
Yeah, we're going to beat Florida this year. I know
We got
everybody's
to.
going.
We got
I know,
to.
yeah, I know everybody's going to start commenting and giving me and you down the road, but we're
Mm-hmm.
going to beat Florida this year. I know Dan Mullen will have his team a good team, but they don't really have a quarterback, and I look for a win from Florida this year. I really do. I think we'll put a W in the column. That puts us at 3-1.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think Florida, they'll be tough.
Yeah,
Offensively, I don't know where they're at right now because they still got some holes to plug in. Um, so I think that will be a W as well.
yeah, I agree
Then
with you.
following week we got Missouri at home.
Yeah, that's another W. So we're going to now we're at 4-1, man. The season's looking really good.
Yeah, Missouri, they got a lot of lot of holes to play too. So
Yeah.
I'm going to call that a W as well.
Is their
Uh,
quarterback Brian? He was one and done, wasn't he?
yes,
Okay, good. Yeah, we're 4-1 then. But after the Missouri game, then what we got?
and we come by and hit the road and go to South Carolina.
You never know about Will Muschatz's teams. I mean, but
Yeah,
I think we got a W there.
yeah, I think so too. They still got a lot to prove too. They got a lot of holes to fill on that defense and offense. So I think we'll be okay
That
there
puts
too.
that puts us at wishful thinking at 5-1. But I'm going to go there.
I'm with you there. And we got an off week,
Uh-huh.
and we preparing, got 2 weeks to prepare for Alabama at home.
Hard to bet against Saban. Tennessee.
Well, I'm
I'm
gonna.
gonna say I say we lose that game. We go 5-2, but I wouldn't be shocked either way. We're due a win against the Tide, but I don't
Well,
know that it'll be here. But
I'm gonna go with we're gonna break the streak.
yeah,
And I'm comparing this here to what we did back in '95 because this
yeah,
is what it's starting to shape out to be.
yeah,
Last year was the '94 team.
yeah.
This
I
year, I'm thinking we're going to break out like we did in '95 in a sense. I'm not saying we're going to blow everybody out or beat them like we did back in
yeah,
'95, but I
yeah,
think this is the year where Nick finally loses to one of his former coaches.
yeah, yeah. Now, you could be right. I don't.
Yeah.
I'll disagree with you. I don't think it'll be Tennessee, but it could be. I hope it is. But I'm going to have us at 5-2, and you still got us at 6-1.
Yep, and then we see here we got the good old get on the road again, and we go down to the Arkansas, as I call it, Arkansas.
Yeah, we got that game, so we're going to be, in my opinion, 6-2.
Man, yeah, I think we will, man. I think we most definitely got that, man. They have a whole lot of stuff they got to fix over there, man. I mean,
When we play Georgia,
and that's when can you believe that this we haven't even Georgia's not on the schedule just yet, man. They've switched the whole Georgia all the way into November.
okay,
We've never had this. I mean, we always since I've been around, it's always been in October.
yeah.
So now after Arkansas, we come right back home to Kentucky.
Yeah, it puts us at 7-2 in my
Yeah,
opinion.
man. Hey, I'm still. We got another win there. That's an easy win. I'm saying.
I think so too. Yeah,
And then I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying it's gonna be easy wins here because we finally got our team back to what I call competing.
yeah,
We saw a team those last few ball games compete, not quitting. And I always go back to the Indiana in the bowl game, and you saw what
yeah,
those kids did. You can tell that Coach Pruitt got those kids where he want them, they
yeah,
understand what it takes to win, and they didn't quit. That's something that
yeah,
that's my motto: never give
yeah.
up. You never know what can happen.
Yeah. You just keep swinging, man. You never know when you're gonna. It's that's one thing Saban preaches his players that really caught my attention. Play the whole game, man. It's you could be one play away from winning.
Hmm. Oh man, and then we actually go to Georgia this year.
Yeah.
We go to
I
Georgia.
I'm going to put us at 8-2, and the reason I'm going to put us at 8-2, we're going to win, like you said, either the Georgia game, the Oklahoma game, or the Alabama game. One of those games we're going to win. We're not going to lose all three of those games. Uh, I haven't seen the team, so I really don't want to make a prediction yet. But I'm like you; I'm kind of leaning towards Alabama win. But I put us at 8-2 after the Georgia game, and um, Georgia doesn't scare me. They
Yeah,
really don't.
I'm with you there. I mean, Georgia, they're going to be loaded. That's just something that you have when they've
Uh,
always been loaded. People
yeah.
think because Kirby is there, they're just not become loaded. No, they've been loaded for a long
Oh
time,
yeah,
long time.
yeah.
Even when Mark Rick was there, they were loaded. They was getting all the
You know,
kids
they
loaded.
had a good football team and should have beat Alabama in the national championship, but didn't.
Hmm.
And since then, man, it's kind of like they've kind of been off a little bit. I don't know what the deal is down there in Georgia, but that's fine with me. They can stay off. So,
Well, I
uh,
call Georgia Georgia. They haven't changed a bit. They're doing
yeah,
the exact
you know what?
same thing that they did when Mark was there. They supposedly got Kirby there to overcome that situation. And now I'm wondering, they're like, man, we probably should have kept old Rick. I mean, he'd have been cheaper.
Yeah, it'd have been cheaper. And like I say, they got a quarterback situation this
Oh,
year,
mm-hmm.
and
And I'm
with
not sure here. I think this is probably going to be homecoming because we got Troy.
yeah, that puts us at 9-2 in my opinion.
And
Uh,
yeah, and I tell you a little something about Troy. Troy will be
yeah,
there will be
they've
the
been okay.
Georgia there
Well,
will be the Georgia State this year because Troy they are loaded. They have a lot of
yep.
seniors coming back this year. So
And no
that's a
better.
scary team when you have seniority like that. You just
Yeah,
never know how they're gonna react.
cap your season off with a big win at UT, man. I mean, you can't get no better than that. I agree with you. Uh,
Let's see, and then we finish up with good old Vanderbilt
yeah,
down in Vanderbilt, Nashville, Tennessee.
I got us at 10-2. Uh, um, got us at 10-2, and ranked right around in the top. Right around 10, 11th in the nation. Um, that's just off the cuff. No ball games played, nothing seen on TV, no expectations. 10-2, and going to a good bowl game. If we can pull a rabbit out of the hat somewhere, I mean,
Uh, you,
hey, listen. Here's the thing, though. If we're 10-2, like I say, we're going to be 10-2. That means we're playing an SEC championship game.
hey, that'd be huge. That'd be huge. It's been a
Oh,
long time since we've been in
yeah,
that game.
yeah,
Long
yeah.
time.
And if and so I mean that would be an awesome season. And like I say, I mean, particularly if we could beat Oklahoma early, and Oklahoma's a top 5 team, man. You talking about momentum builder from there, and then shock Alabama. Whew.
Now that would be huge if we
Yeah,
shock those guys.
yeah,
You're talking about a confidence
yeah,
booster.
yeah,
This was, that's the game. Like for instance, when I played, if we beat Florida, it's over the hump. There's no one else
oh
out
yeah,
there that can beat us, and that's what I can't wait till we get back to.
yeah. Well, the problem though with Tennessee is, and you know this, they're real bad about starting out the gate slow, and you can't do like we did last year, lose a couple of games that you should have won,
Yeah.
because it impacts us at the end of the season, man. I mean, we could have been playing our super high dollar bowl, and
Man,
could have been in the top 10 by the end of the season. Uh,
you're right. Could have been. That
yeah,
would have been huge, man. I mean,
yeah,
those two ball games. I'm serious, man. That could have been the difference of how we
yeah,
played
yeah.
teams as
And I don't
well.
want to take anything away from Georgia Southern or BYU. They came up here to win,
Hmm.
and uh, Pruitt did not have his team ready. The team wasn't ready. I don't want to blame everything on the coaches, but the players weren't ready. And then they were facing a team that was hungry.
Hmm. Hey,
And
seniors.
Georgia Southern was a good football team.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
Uh,
were loaded, man. Seniors. When you
yeah,
have senior, you have
yeah, yeah.
seniority. It
So,
makes a big difference.
yeah,
But here, Scott, I'm gonna be honest with you though, Scott. I got to blame the coaches.
yeah, they should have their players ready, but the
And
players aren't ready.
because because this is it. If you're not gonna prepare your troops
Yeah,
and have the formations ready and prepared, or have a what I always call it a backup plan, which is what you're supposed to have at halftime to change things that are
yeah,
not working in the first half to
yeah,
slow down what's beating you.
yeah.
They didn't do any adjustments to slow down the
No,
quarterback at all.
no. I think they just woke up and said, "Hey, man, we're supposed to be beating, and we just keep doing what we're doing." And hey, they were hungry. Tennessee was hungry at the end of the season, and that same hunger is the same hunger that BYU and Georgia Tech had. And man, they just kept punching and punching and punching. Finally, Tennessee just gave in, and that's what we were doing at the end of the season. We were punching and punching and punching. We just finally, the Indiana's and all these other teams finally just gave in, and hopefully that was a eye opening. get our team ready right out the gate. Like I say, we got Troy coming in here, man. You look back, how long ago was it? Did correct me if I'm wrong? Did Troy not stun Alabama
Yes.
in Saban's first year?
Yep, that was pretty much like it was. I mean,
Yeah, so
Saban's the
Trojan
same way.
horse, man. I mean, you can't. A team like that comes in here, man, and like you say, with all them seniors, man, love to go out on top, saying, "Hey, we went to Nixon State and beat a 6-1 or an 8-1 UT football team." Man, I mean, what? Yeah, I mean, how better did that's their bowl game?
Confidence is
Yeah,
huge. It's
yeah,
huge, man.
that's their bowl game, man. So, yeah, we just got to start off with a bang, and I would give anything, man. Wouldn't you love to be having a conversation? Tennessee's 5-1 or 6-1. I mean, that's just a whole different scenario when you start playing Alabama and Georgia, because those games even take on a more meaningful impact. And,
Oh man. Let's go over and check out the chat here. They got a couple guys over here saying some things here. Let's see
yeah, I'm
here.
sure you're saying we're crazy. We're going to beat Florida, but we are this year. And
We got old Christopher Hunt on here. He said we got to go to Norman to play Oklahoma. That's going to be
yeah,
hard.
yeah, I
Norman
agree.
is always tough, but I think we're going to go down there and we're going to play with some intensity. I think we're going to build off what we did last
Yeah,
season. I really think that this Tennessee team will be a lot better. You know, I know they will compete. That's what I'm saying. I
yeah.
mean, I don't.
Well, we're gonna score some points against Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Uh,
most definitely. Most definitely. And the thing is, like, now, that's what it's going to take now. If we're going to be putting up points, we
mhm.
most definitely going to have a much better offensive play because everybody is very high on this offensive line that we have put together or whatever. But you guys are gonna understand, man. These guys haven't played together yet. These guys. I don't care if it was five-star offensive linemen. They haven't played together yet. It takes a lot
Yeah.
more than
Oh yeah,
just having stars to be able to compete. If these guys are not gelling and not understanding,
yeah.
what it takes to win, it's not gonna work, man. I mean, yes,
And you
Trey's
don't.
back, so that's huge with Trey Smith coming back, though.
Yeah, yeah. And you don't know if you got one guy playing guard the first game. 2 games later, you've moved him over to tackle, and you're right. You got to get all that cohesiveness together. But Norman game is, to be honest with you, I'm kind of excited that we're going there. That's going to be a character building.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go against a team. Correct me if I'm wrong, Billy. Is it the last 2 years or the last 3 years? No, it's been the last 3 years. Oklahoma's been in the national title hunt.
Yep, they have.
So we're going to go play a team similar to Alabama and Clemson.
Yep, and that's what it is. I mean, they're already one of the top five
Yeah,
teams every season now. I
yeah.
mean, they're loaded with
So
talent, man. That's just one of the other
yeah,
schools that get all of the talent that no one realized that they're getting, and they got a pretty good coach down there, man. He's doing the right things to get the kids to come in and to buy into their system, and you see it. They have had a Heisman Trophy
yeah,
candidate the past what 4 or 5
yeah,
years or whatever.
yeah,
I mean, that speak volumes.
yeah.
So they're
And
they're going to be tough. They are.
yeah, yeah. And like I say, you're talking about a character builder, though. Go down there and play a top 5 team on their turf, a team that's been in a national title hunt the last 3 years, 2 Heisman quarterbacks. Man, I mean, even if we play them close, we get beat. I mean, you can't do nothing but leave there with confidence.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Uh, the only way we're going to leave there heartbroken is, if we go to Oklahoma and get beat 41-0, which is not going to happen. But it's just say if we went there and got beat 41-0, you're going to leave there with
Hmm.
your tail legs. But yeah, if you go there and you play competitive football and you had a chance to maybe get a win in the fourth quarter or whatever, I mean, you're talking about a building block. Um, but like I say, I want to go there. I'm not giving up yet. I'm going to go there for the W. So could be the shocker of the year in Norman. Let's shock them in Norman. But
Well, if
um,
if we get the game in Oklahoma, Scott, I'm telling you this here, man.
oh
We
yeah,
will. I
watch out.
say those 10 wins are gonna be easy.
Here's what scares me, Billy, and this happens every year, and I tell everybody: we have a great football team. We win the games we're supposed to win. We win the games, some of the games we're not supposed to win. But somewhere, always during the season, we're asleep at the wheel, and we lose a game we should have won. And I'm hoping Pruitt changes that this year and has everybody prepared because in any given time, man, you can have a Georgia State roll in your stadium.
And that's true. And this is what I say about that. And Tennessee last year, those two ball games that they should have won.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna keep saying it. Tennessee, I'm blaming the coaches big time because they didn't do anything to adjust. They didn't
Yeah,
adjust, and there's no reason we should have lost to BYU. We're up
yeah,
16 points at halftime. We
yeah.
don't lose a lead like that. It's called you keep your foot on the pedal until the end of the game. I don't like that just, holding up or whatever because you just never know in college football how that
Now,
ball
I
bounces.
tell you one thing I like about Pruitt. Now he'll go for it on fourth down a lot, and I like that.
Well, I wish he'd have been coaching that same way against
Yeah,
Georgia State and BYU
yeah.
because
Because
he had a
when you
lot
go
of
for it on fourth
mistakes in
down,
it.
you're telling me you're going for the win.
So
I'm going for the win, baby.
But I
And
do, and now if he keeps his coaching mentality the way he's been those last few weeks
yeah,
of the season, let's do it. Like what he did in
yeah,
Indiana game, let's do it. I
yeah,
love the things that he did.
yeah,
The onside kicks. I love those
yeah.
things. The things that you never think he would do. That's what's football about. It's almost like chess when you
Yeah.
playing football. You gotta, as an offensive defensive coordinator and head coach, it's chess.
Well, one thing you got to do, and I've heard you say this in your shows before, you got to leave it on the field. When the game's over, win or lose, you can't go back and say, "Man, I wish I'd have done this. I
Hmm
wish I'd have done that." Do it. Just do
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. And
And
that's
he's shown to do that, man. So that's when you're sitting there watching the UT game, it's 4th and 2. You don't know what he's going to do. In the past, and this is not a knock on our AD. I mean, you knew what Fulmer was going to do. Yeah, I mean, you go back and pull Phil Fulmer stats. I guarantee he didn't go on 4th and 2.
well. There's sometimes here. I'll tell you this here. Sometimes you can't go for it on 4th and 2.
No, I'm
Like
talking.
there's some chances. Like I like the aggressive coaching sometimes,
Yeah.
but if if you don't have this is what I'm gonna tell you. If you don't have a defense that
Mm-hmm.
can back you
Yeah.
up with
Yeah.
those type of situations,
Yeah. I agree with you.
it's a tough situation because I'm telling you this here. The first, like, let's go with Coach Pruitt's first year here. The defense that he had that year,
Yeah.
ain't no way you going for it on fourth and
No, you don't want yeah, you can't give the other team the ball in any.
and last year he had a little his defense a little bit scrappier.
And
And
and one thing, Billy, even if you are a gunslinger, a lot of it depends on what kind of punter you got.
uh,
If you got a punter that's real consistent of putting that ball inside the 10. I mean, why would I go for it? My punter's going to punt that ball down there, and they're going to be inside the 10-yard line. I'm going to punt a lot.
yeah,
You know,
I'm with you there. I mean, down and distances. I mean, it's huge.
yeah, yeah,
Field position is huge. I mean, if you can have them backed up like that, that's a big situation. But most of those calls when he did go for it, I mean, it was a great time to do it
yeah,
because
yeah. I agree with you, and not so much former, but I know during the majors era, I mean, it was. I don't know if the Johnny Majors ever went for it on fourth down. Uh, so, I mean, I like that mentality now of the game. It makes it a little bit more exciting into the game, particularly with Pruitt, because Pruitt's unpredictable. He's liable to go. I mean, you don't know what he's going to do. And so, yeah, I'm excited about the season. We got to get this season going. I'm hoping this COVID-19 gets out of here. I'm hoping by the end of the month, I'm hearing at the end of the month, they're going to just turn everything loose. And, how long is it going to take the players to get back to the training facility and get up to speed? 30 days.
well, I mean, I put it like this. I mean, if they get the call to report, it'd be just the way it's always been.
Yeah.
It doesn't take them that long to get back in the rhythm. I mean, they know how it works and they're ready. They are
Yeah.
ready. This is something that nobody has ever been through. And you're talking about a whole bunch of kids that's very hungry right now because you
Oh
you got to
yeah,
think about they didn't get to go to spring ball,
yeah.
so that's a very tough situation. And now you
Got
got
some hungry, got some
kids that's
hungry. Yeah, you got some hungry fans out there too, man. So, um, but yeah, I look forward to the season, man. And we've been rambling. We've been rambling 40 minutes, so we've had a good morning. And yeah, looking forward to the season, getting this thing kicked off. I hope everybody's staying safe. Um, I didn't get to talk to Catfish Long last night. He was in Kentucky heading to Iowa, I believe is what he told me. So
man, he be everywhere. He's all over the
yeah,
place.
yeah. So, but yeah,
So
like I say, I'm excited about the season, and I'm just excited for it to get here.
well, it's coming. I promise you, it's coming, man. If the NFL is preparing to play, I know
No,
college
we are.
football will play.
I
College
guarantee.
is going to happen. I mean, now if it gets to the point now where the colleges end up saying that the
Oh yeah,
kids, the students can't come back on campus, it won't be
yeah.
any football because
No,
in order
I
for it
agree.
to be football, you got to have students on the
Yeah,
campus.
yeah,
So,
I agree.
and the football players can't be the only ones on campus. It can't just be the athletes. It got to be the students and the
Yeah,
athletes together. So I'm praying and hoping that it works. And I
yeah.
think I think we're gonna have it, man. So what are
I,
you getting ready to get into right now? Are you about to go out there on the boat and fish, or are you
yeah.
just are
Great.
you?
I'm getting ready to go out and get on the boat and get stuff ready for a trip this afternoon. And told Catfish I do this show. Man, thanks for having me on. It's been a blast.
Most
It was
definitely.
great. It's great to revisit the schedule because I'm like you. I hadn't visited the schedule so long. So uh, uh, you've got that Troy bug in my ear, man. Is that our Georgia State this year? So I mean,
Well, I'm glad it's back in there, man, because you got the buzz back in my ear too. Because
yeah,
I had forgot the schedule too,
yeah,
and I'm quite sure a lot of people have forgot it because
yeah.
we all
That's
only
good.
thing we've
So,
been worrying about is actually having a season, not thinking about who we had to play. But
yeah,
I'm glad you brought that up though.
yeah. So that's good, man. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, man. Stay in touch, and everybody be safe out there, man. And I look forward to watching your show every week and keeping us updated. And I'm gonna put a schedule out on my Facebook page today, and because I'm like you, man, I just forgot about the whole schedule. And let's get that enthusiasm building again because it's coming, man.
Most definitely. Hey, well, Scott, man, thanks for coming on, man, and you be safe out there on that water, man. And until next time, man.
Yeah. Hey, go to my Facebook page and like it, and my phone number's there. Call me mid June, and let's set something up for July after the 4th,
Okay.
and let's take that boy fishing.
All right. Sounds great, man. I'll get with you then.
Thank you, man.
All right. Take care.
See you.
All right, guys, that was Scott, man. He's Catfish got him on, and we talk a little football. And let me get over here. Let me go over here and check the chat out here, guys. Hey, I apologize for not being able to get on and check the chat, but I'm gonna get it here right now. Let me make sure I have it. So well, let's see who we got over here. Scott Corn. He said, okay, I see 8-4, 9-3. Said Billy got me a bit optimistic that I am. Regardless, go. Hey, I mean, hey, I like that though. But here, this is what I tell you like this here. I want us to be undefeated. I hate saying that we're gonna lose because I don't like losing. So I'm hoping we do go into 50 like Catfish said. We're going 15-0. I don't think that'll happen, but I know we will compete, man. I'm telling you, 10 games is minimum, guys. 10. Mark my word, 10. It should have been 10 last year. Easy should have been 10. There's no reason we shouldn't have beat Georgia State and BYU. Scott was saying that the players lost that, man. You can only play the defenses that the coaches make you play. If they don't put anybody to spot a quarterback, it ain't gonna work, man. Because look, we almost lost to Kentucky with a quarterback that couldn't even throw the ball because we're not spying the quarterback. But hey, it is what it is. Let's see here. And he also said, write it down. We beat OU. I'm with you, man. I hope we do beat it. I hope we do beat them guys. Let's see here. He said our O line is nasty. We will win close games in the trenches. Oh man, hey, the O line, man. I mean, yes, we are great on paper right now, guys. We are great on paper, but we still got some work to do when it comes to the O line. So hopefully they can put it together and make it work. So I'm not gonna say that they're not gonna be great, but I want them to be great just because they have the tools to be great. You know, we lost a couple of really good wide receivers, but I don't think we didn't lose anything we can't replace. Now, the leadership of Jawan Jennings, that's going to be huge. That's going to be tough to replace, but hopefully we got some leaders that step up and make it happen. Quarterback position, I'm not worried about that. I think we'll be fine. You know, everybody's hard on our quarterback situation. They want the freshman to play, but I just don't see the freshman playing. You know, I think he'll be red shirted personally, but if not, he comes in and take the position and he can lead them. So be it. I'm cool with that. So I'm not really worried about that. Let's see here. And he said, "Can JG win games?" Yes, he most definitely can win games for us. I mean, he won games for us last season. He lost games, he won games, but he came out more with wins, and I'm not gonna take that from him. As much as everybody talks about his losses, no one talks about his wins. We still had 8 wins last year. I mean, and that contributed with JG coming in and winning some of these ball games. I mean, everybody thinks that the freshman quarterbacks didn't know. JG, they kept bringing him back on the field, so that goes to show you that they trust JG. Oh man, David said, "I think it should be a show rule. Never say the horrible coach's name again, Jones." Hey, I'm with you on that, David, man. Hey, I said just because of what I normally don't bring the name up, but it is what it is. I think I'm gonna go with you on that. I won't say his name again. I would just say that coach we had back then. If that's better, let me know. Let's see here. I think somebody was asking me where I got my hats from. Oh, well, I just got these hats, man. There's a guy that was on Facebook. It's TriStar Local on Facebook. He did a good job. He actually made me 2 different hats, and like I said, he's locally here in Knoxville, and he made this for me. I picked them up yesterday, and actually, this is another one that he made for me. It's pretty cool. It pretty much has the veil on it with the TriStar on there. They're pretty neat, man. I mean, I like them, and I've never ever been a hat guy, but for some reason, I feel like I got to have a hat on now on the show. So, and this one has been a pretty good one. Let's see here. Who else is on here? Let me go over and check YouTube and see if we have anybody over here on YouTube right now. Let's see. VTW said, "Good morning. Go dogs." Hey. Maury Martell, good morning. Mr. Ratliff and Scott. Old Smokey, good morning, guys. Great show. Hey, thanks, Old Smokey. Hey, thanks, you guys. Good morning to you guys as well. Oh, man. Let's see. Who else we have? Memphis Perry, they say, with the momentum from recruiting, every player position knows someone's behind them that's better. Hey, that's huge, man. I mean, that is most definitely huge, man, because you are completely right about that. This is probably going to be one of the first years in a long time that we can say that there are kids behind some of the players that are better and that could take your position. And that's what I am saying. Why I'm saying it reminds me of 95 because there's a lot of kids that was on that 95 team that could have played right away. There was a lot of them that ended up redshirting, but you saw when 96 came around, there was a lot of kids from that 95 team that contributed to a lot of Tennessee success. A lot of guys, and that's what it's starting to remind me of with the recruiting. The play style. I mean, I'm not sure how it's going to be. I mean, the quarterback issues that we had, even with when Peyton was here, we had quite a few quarterbacks then that from what I heard, that was controversial in a sense. But I think it was more of injuries in '94 that had the situation, and it was same way here last year with our quarterback. We had some injuries, but we also had some bonehead decisions from quarterbacks. But I think we're gonna be okay this year with the quarterback situation. Let's see, Joanne said, I gotta be the female and bring up fashion. LOL. That shirt. Where do you get that shirt? I've had this one for a while. A good friend of mine made this for me. Let's see, I will. Okay, I'll get that information to you. I'll let you know where you can go to. I'm not sure if they're still making them or not, but um, I'll get that information. I'll check back with them and see if they are, and we'll get that started for you. We'll get this shirt for you too. Oh man, hey Memphis, hey, I'm telling you, I knew you would like it, man. When you saw the scars, man, I knew you would. Jason Up said that's true. Creates great competition, make a whole team better. Most definitely, man. I mean, it just, it doesn't matter where you're at, what you're doing. Competition is what make the team better anyway. If you're not competing in practice for your position, your job, that's it's not going to work for the team for the long run throughout the whole season because you need that behind you. You need that depth chart in case someone get hurt. You need that just in case. You don't want the talent to drop off when you put your second team in and going against their first team. You want to have that same caliber of play when your backups goes in. So that's why we need the depth, and that's why this recruiting is huge. We got to get kids that want to come in and play. That can create the noise that they're coming up with because I believe if we have two three guys that's playing behind our starters that can contribute, this volunteer team can be something special. I mean, especially to build off what they did last year. Joseph, hey, what's up, cuz? Hey, what's going on, Joseph? Man, hey, it's been a while, man. I haven't seen you in forever, man. I mean, I'll be checking you out on Facebook, man. We'll be going live, going on your walks and stuff, and I end up catching you on the tail end. But hey, hope all is well with you, man. Hey, I see you out there doing. I know you're doing well selling those cars down there, man, because you're still looking good. I see you, man. Hey, but take care, man. Have a great day now. Let's see. Jesse and Alma said, "Will JT Daniels come to Tennessee?" Hey, they're working on him, man. I mean, I think he will. If he's smart and he really wants to come and play, because we got the defensive line is not as strong as we need them to be. We need some big guys in the trenches, man. But we'll see, guys. We'll see, man. Oh man, hey, it is that time for me to get out of here. I gotta go do some work around his house. I actually I gotta go to the chiropractor today. I gotta get this old body back in motion, man. I gotta these bones are cracking and get loose again because I am stiff as a board. I feel like I'm hunched over. I thought I was 6'3", but it looked like I'm 6'1" now from hunching over. So, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys then. Hey, please don't forget to like and share this video and comment. We most definitely come back and answer your questions. And if you can, jump over to YouTube and subscribe over there and hit that bell notification. Let you know whenever we go live. And same way with Facebook. Um, gosh. I thought they was talking to me. I see some of the guys talking to each other in the chat over here. But hey, until next time, guys, you guys have a great day. Love you guys. Go Vols. Peace.